What's going on today, barbecue brothers and sisters? This is Pete with Backdraft Barbecue, and today I'm really excited to try something that I've really never done before. There's a lot of people in the community talking about cooking pork butts on the big green egg and cooking them at 200 degrees, low and slow. We all know that works, yeah. However, cooking a turbo butt, this is an expression they use when you cook the butt hot and fast. So you cook it at 350 degrees dome temp for 45 minutes-ish a pound. Now, if you were to do that on a traditional smoker, you would have something like, but on a big green egg, because of the dome atmosphere it's cooking in, a lot of the moisture is recirculated within. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this comes out. I've got a very nice pork butt here, and it is coming in at 9.04 pounds, so 9 pounds. If my cooking methods are correct, this will take me about 6.5 to 7 hours at 350 degrees, 45 minutes per pound. So this is kind of cool. I'm excited to try this. I don't know how it's actually going to come out. We'll have to stay tuned. I'm going to go through the motions with you on prepping this pork butt like a normal pork butt, and then we're going to throw it on the egg and we'll see what happens. Always wash your butt before handling. As always, mustard is a wonderful. As always, this pork butt is being prepared with mustard. Yellow table mustard, best thing to use. We're going to take the washed butt and cover it with mustard. Once mustard's applied, lather generously. We're going to hit it with some spice. We've got Code 3's Rescue Rub. This is kind of your all-purpose. Here is something I read online about the turbo butt. Don't use a rub that's heavy-duty sugar, because you're cooking it at such a high temperature, you're going to just caramelize the entire snot out of the bark. So something with less sugar is more appropriate for a hot and fast cook. We're going to add a sweetener on the tail end and just enough to caramelize. So let's generously sprinkle some rub on it, shall we? All right, now we've got this butt looking mighty tasty. We're gonna take this and put it into our green egg. Because we're at 350 degrees, I didn't want to add my wood chips until I was absolutely ready to put this on the egg. Because it's so hot, a lot of those wood chips are gonna burn up quick. I'm using my awesome test that I did with the smoker pellets. I've got a cup full of smoker pellets here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach in here, pull the plate setter off with my welding gloves, and sprinkle this cup of pellets onto the already lit coals. Then I'm going to immediately load up with the egg. As you can see, as soon as you put those pellets on, it's like a smoke induction. It's going to be great because at 350, it's hard to get meat to absorb smoke like on a low and slow, so we're really going to get it hard. Let's get this butt on there. We'll see you in about 6 hours. And we're going to want to watch the temperature grates to make sure we don't overshoot, because if you go over 350, things could get really interesting. We'll open the bottom vent about 1 inch, and we'll open the top vent about the same. As you can see, these pellets are producing some really nice smoke. This experiment has proven to be very useful, especially when doing these hot, fast cooks, because it gives you a lot of smoke up front. Before the meat is able to sear, it will absorb some of the smoke. All right, it's been about 6.5 hours. I've been steadily watching the temperature on this pork butt to see how it's doing. I'm really concerned that we're gonna have a dried out piece of shoe leather.
Yummy.
But going against my internal feelings, there's so many people that say this turbo butt can actually work out. Let's see if it actually does. I've shut the top and bottom vents and let it rest for a little while, and let's have a look. Are you joking? Are you kidding me? This looks amazing. Wow. I've got meat temp way in the safe zone. I can see the bone is protruding out of this though, which is a really good sign. Once that bone is sticking out like that, that tells us the connective tissue transformation has begun. or it's actually completed. Here's the true trick to see if this works. Oh yeah, bones. Where we're going, we don't need bones. That's how you really know when your pork butt is good, when you can just pull the bones right out. Now, with this method, we've already talked a little bit about this already in the past, but we didn't put a lot of sugar on it because we're concerned about over barking, basically turning it into a big piece of charcoal. So what I like to do is I like to take pure maple syrup and I like to drizzle it on top and let this sit for a couple minutes in the heat to kind of soak in. This gives a really nice adjunct flavor to the spicy that I already have on here. The big question here though is, how did this actually come out? Is it gonna taste good? So let's carve into this and take a look, shall we? I don't know if you can see this, but this is like juicy. It's not dried out at all. I gotta tell you, I really can't believe how good this is. It's juicy, not dried out, it's not tough, it's not chewy. For cooking something at this temperature, I was expecting to basically take my slipper off and start chewing on it. And it's got a good amount of smoke built into it. I'm really liking this. Oh, here comes Junior.
How did it turn out? How is it?
It's pretty good.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, try it. Truce?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wanted to ask, on the back of this side, rotated strategically around back, why is there a big piece already carved off before I even cut my piece off?
I don't know.
Like, comment, and subscribe.